County of El Paso Public Works Department is offering sandbags at no cost or requirements to the public and are available 24 hours a day. The location of the county facilities are the following: Road and Bridge Fabens Warehouse, 1331 North Fabens Street, Fabens, Texas 79838. Road and Bridge Canutillo Warehouse, 191 Canutillo Avenue, Canutillo, Texas 79835. Road and Bridge Montana Warehouse, 14698 Band Lane, El Paso, Texas 79938.
District Attorney Jaime Esparza invites you to join the annual 10-mile walk across El Paso to commemorate victims of crime. The walk is Sunday, October 1st, and begins at the El Paso County's Courthouse, 7 a.m. and ends at Yucca Park. For registration and more information, call 915-546-2091 or visit www.epcounty.com/walk.
You can now watch Commissioners Court meetings on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and search for El Paso County Commissioners or El Paso County, Texas. Subscribe to our channels to see our latest videos.
Did you know that the County of El Paso's fixed asset control and inventory disposal is handled through the purchasing department? Throughout the course of each business year, the county holds live public auctions to dispose of aged equipment, vehicles, furniture, and other items that are no longer needed. To find out about upcoming auctions or to learn more about the county's inventory disposal process, contact the purchasing department at telephone number 915-546-2048. Commissioner Andrew Haggerty would like to invite you to his weekly breakfast meeting that takes place every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. at Denny's Diner, located at 4690 Trans Mountain Road. Every week he has a different speaker who will be discussing topics of interest for the community. So if you live in the Northeast, West Side, or anywhere else in the county, come and join us for the breakfast meeting.
The 346th District Court Judge Angie Juarez Barril started the El Paso Veterans Treatment Court program in 2012 for veterans and active service members that have been arrested and charged with a felony or misdemeanor criminal offense. To be considered for the specialty court, the statutory criteria includes be a veteran or current member of the United States Armed Forces, including a member of the Reserves, National Guard, or State Guard, and suffer from a brain injury, mental illness, or mental disorder, including PTSD, or be a victim of military sexual trauma, all occurring or resulting from military service. Call Sylvia Serna, Veterans Program Director, at 915-546-2119 or email her at sserna@epcounty.com for any information.
Did you know that you can save money on the cost of your medications? And doing so is easy. In 2015, the County of El Paso launched a prescription discount card program from coast to coast. The cards are available to all El Paso County residents free of charge and everyone qualifies. You can pick up a card at any county office location, Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, or Target pharmacies, or simply print the card at www.coastrx.com. Happy savings! Financial Recovery is a division under the Budget and Fiscal Policy Department. The Financial Recovery Division regains monies from those who have exhausted resources throughout the judicial process. The authorization for the recovery of spent resources is by court order. These are resources initially funded by taxpayers. Financial Recovery Division's goal is to assist in making the county and taxpayers whole by replenishing funds into the budget to optimize services to the public. For more information, please visit the El Paso County website. As a reminder from the Information Technology Department, please don't save critical or sensitive data on your desktop. Instead, best practices is to save your data to your user-allocated home drive. This drive has safeguards preventing data loss. Again, this is an information technology-friendly reminder.
Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, August 16th, 2017. Commissioners Court is meeting in a public hearing. Item number 2, receive public comment, both proponents and opponents, on the proposed tax rate for fiscal year 2017-2018 for the El Paso County Hospital District.
Thank you, Cesar. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Can we have a motion to enter into the public hearing, please?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Perez.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon.
Aye.
Commissioner Stout.
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty.
Aye.
Judge Escobar.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And for the record, according to the Texas Local Government Code, Section 140.010, the county may not adopt a tax rate that exceeds the lower of the rollback tax rate or the effective tax rate calculated as provided by the Texas Property Tax Code, Section 26.04, until it has held 2 public hearings on the proposed tax increase. The tax rate proposed for the County of El Paso on August 7, 2017 exceeded the lower of the effective or rollback tax rates. All persons, both proponents and opponents of the tax increase, will be afforded adequate opportunity to present their views. We have one member of the public who has signed up to address us. That is Juanita Gavilanes. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Juanita Gavilanes, and I'm Assistance Coordinator at UMC and also a member of SEIU. On behalf of the UMC workers, I want to thank the UMC Board of Managers, Judge Escobar, and the County Commissioners for listening through us through the budget process for this year and investing again in the UMC workers. I know that this year's budget was not easy due to uncertainties in our funding for health care, but hopefully with this investment, we can continue to provide good care to our community. We are here because we have been working at UMC, many of us, for many, many years. I have been there for 15 years. We have other associates that have been there for 30 years, for 35, for 40. My coworker, she's been there for 42 years. And we all believe in UMC. We believe what we do for our community. We believe what we do for the people in our community as well. And for the people that come from out of town with the traumas. There's a lot of people that can have, God forbid, an accident, and they come to UMC. And that's why we're asking for you to please pass the budget. We also are we would be taking care of the President of the United States, as you know. He would not be going to William Boma, he would be coming to us. So we want to give our patients the best possible care that anybody else can have anywhere. And it doesn't matter whether it's the President of the United States or somebody that does not have a cent to his name. So we thank you and hope that you will pass this new budget. If you pass this budget, it'll give us a new competitive rate with the other hospitals. We do not want to lose any of the people that we have These are good people. They're people that come every single day to their work, and they work 100%, 200%, even 300%. We want to be able to keep them here, and we want to be able to have our salaries at a market rate that is for everybody else in the El Paso area. And in closing, I just wanted to say that thank you again for allowing me to come up to you and talk to you, and for allowing our workers to come in and tell you that, you know, please, for you to please help us out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I want to say something to the associates of UMC. Want to thank you for your dedication to that really important and critical community safety net and institution. Thank you for your dedication to each other and to working together to bring forward concerns you have and ideas on how to make the hospital better. I want to specifically also thank Jacob Cintron, our CEO, and his team. You have worked so positively with SEIU in a way where you looked for shared goals and ways to achieve the same thing that we all want, which is hospital improvements and investment in the workforce, investment in the hospital. And you've done it with such a positive attitude, Jacob. I really, really appreciate that and want to recognize you and your team who makes it possible. So thank you all for being here. Thank you. Mike or Jacob, did anybody want to say anything regarding the budget? Maybe even just like a quick synopsis of, you know, just some, in case somebody happens to be watching at home. We have tens of people watching at home.
I'm Michael Nunez, Chief Financial Officer, University Medical Center. The budget that we are proposing. Let's go through a couple of these. You know, we did have a couple of budget challenges for this year. One of them is still, you know, having to do with the Medicaid Section 1115 waiver program. As of today, we still have not heard word yet from CMS or either Health and Human Services Commission regarding the extension or the renewal of this program. This 2018 budget still assumes a current funding level of statewide of $3.1 billion for uncompensated care and $3.1 billion for the district program. The other item, the second, known as the El Paso Collaborative Program, this has been the partnership that we've had with the HCA and with TENA for the last 10 years or so. And because of the reduction, because of other programs that are going on through the state, particularly what's called the LPPF, where we used to have out-of-county hospitals actually part of the El Paso Collaborative Program. Those counties have now elected to have those respective hospitals participate in their own county's program. So with that, the El Paso Collaborative Program has shrunk. So what that meant is that certain contracts that we had partnered with HCA and with Tenet, all those contracts are then meaning those are coming back to UMC. So that alone was about a $15 million hit was it to our budget, and we got that notification like the 27th of June. So what we were able to do through other expense cuts and other revenue enhancements, we were able to lessen the impact of that $16 million hit down to about $10 million. The other part that we have is the Europe program. This has been a program that management has been working with HHSC for the last 2 years. We do hear that definitely it looks like there's going to be a March 1 start. However, the two counties, El Paso County and also Bexar County, have been given preliminary approval to possibly begin as early as December 1st, which is about 4 months earlier than the March 1, 2018 date, which is good. We are still working the final last minute was in negotiations with Health and Human Services Commission and then also as well with the managed care organizations. One of the other items as well talks about the property taxes. Now, one of the items which we have included, which was a result of a discussion item last year, was to include one of our bond issues, which was not originally property tax backed and part of the interest and debt service, to be included in the interest and debt service. And this was what was called the original 2005 master facility project. The bond issue was about $120 million. There's about $110 million that is still owed on that. This was one of the issues which was refunded this year. Yeah, so now that is now being included in the proposed tax rate under the interest and debt service component. And then we also talked about El Paso Children's Hospital. A couple of other things that we have overall campus-wide. When I talk about campus-wide, this includes University Medical Center, El Paso Health, formerly El Paso First, El Paso Children's, and then as well as the foundation. Overall, we're looking at a campus-wide budget to now be over $700 million, $703 million in operating revenues and $711 million in operating expenses. The change in net position that we're proposing for 2018 does include, and this is on the accrual method of accounting, which does include depreciation expense, which is a non-cash expense. Combined, we're proposing an $8 million decrease in net position, but if you can factor the non-cash expense of depreciation expense, we would still be in a positive cash flow of about $22 million for next year. So that's one item which I want to highlight regarding this this slide. Another item that we always closely look at, not only from our organization but the rating agencies as well, is our cash position. This slide talks about, in terms of actual dollars, where we expect to be at the end of 2017, combined about $59 million, and with this budget, we hope to increase that to $70 million. One of the items that our rating agencies did knock us down for is pertaining to our days cash on hand, where we generally are in about that 45 to 50 days cash on hand. They would like to easily see that double to about 100 days plus, just so that we are in a better cash position to sustain any type of Medicaid funding shortfall, Medicare funding shortfall, etc. This talks about our days, where right now we expect hopefully to be from 32 at the end of this year, 37 by end of next year. Our property tax revenue, which I just highlighted, we do expect, or with this proposed budget, to be now about a total $103 million. The red shows the $24 million, which is the interest and debt service, which would now include all the bond issues that UMC has, and then $79 million in what's called the maintenance and operations portion of the tax. This one slide talks about strictly by UMC only, in terms of the uncompensated care which we do provide to the residents of El Paso County. The blue bar shows what the charges are in terms of the what the hospital bill would actually look like. The red is talking about the estimated cost to perform those services, and normally that's around 47 to 48% in terms of what's known of a cost to charge ratio. So the cost in 2018 is projected to be about $168 million. When you compare that to the maintenance and operations portion of the property tax revenue that UMC receives, that's about $79 million. So you can see there, starting off the bat, that that we start almost like a $75 to $80 million hole, and we have to use other revenue sources, whether it's patient services from funded patients, Medicaid supplemental programs, et cetera, to help offset this shortfall. Our tax rate table, just for the last couple of years, this goes back to 2015 to where we are, and in 2018 you'll see that the INS portion is going from 4.1 cents in 2017 to 5.7 cents in 2018 in the proposed budget. And the maintenance and operations portion is currently 19.3 cents, and it's going to go up to 19.5 cents. Here's a tax rate history going more for informational purposes, going back to 2006. This is a 2015. I'm still trying to obtain a more current slide so that we can compare ourselves to the other public safety hospitals which we normally benchmark against. El Paso, you can see where we were at 22 cents in 2015. Harris County in Houston was at 17 cents. Tarrant County in Fort Worth was at 22.7. Bexar County, which is in San Antonio, 27.6. And Parkland and Dallas is 28.6. So that's just a representative of the tax rate 2 years ago. Now, this one slide, this did came from BKD, which is our auditors, and this was shown to the UMC board in their audit presentation back in January 2017 after they concluded the 2016 audit. Now, this represents what the tax revenue is and the dollars as a portion of the total district revenue. I know there's a couple of other slides that we had talked about where this represented only just the hospital portion, but this is total district revenue to also include the El Paso Health and the other entities. So here, El Paso, the property tax revenue represent 13.2%. Back of 2016, Bexar County is 30.4. Harris County and Houston, half of their operating budget is supported by property tax revenues, and you'll see Tarrant County and Dallas County as well. That's just more for information purposes. And the last item, our capital budget. For next year, we have proposed a capital budget of $10.4 million in total. University and Medical Center is right at $8 million. El Paso Health is $2 million, and El Paso Children's is $376,000 for a total of $10,376,000. So that's in summary. That's our operating and capital budget presentation.
Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate it. Is there anyone else who would like to address the Commissioners Court before we close the public hearing? Commissioner Bettis?
I just wanted the commissioners to, Michael and I were speaking beforehand just to get some clarification on some figures. But I just asked some questions that he's going to bring back some answers regarding last year's budget presentation had a budget forecasted regarding uncompensated care of $157 million. And in the documents that we were presented with this year, the budget had it at 179. So there's some discrepancies regarding that budget figure, and I guess we're going to figure out why those discrepancies are. But then also, I had also raised a question regarding the cost of uncompensated care, and I guess ultimately how, there's one way that it's presented, I guess, in the PowerPoint presentations that we received this year. There's a cost, if it was one of the slides that Michael showed regarding the cost of uncompensated care, slide number 36, showing the cost of uncompensated care. But for auditing purposes, uncompensated care is also included. El Paso Children is now also included for that. So I just want to be sure that we're comparing, the same totals
Yes.
as we move forward, so the Commissioners Court is clear on the true cost, I guess, of uncompensated care. And regarding the discrepancies of those budget items.
Yes, and those questions, we will get full answers back to Commissioner Perez and then also to the full court.
Great, thank you, Michael. Anything else, Commissioner? Okay, can we have a motion to exit the public hearing?
Second.
Commissioner Bettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout? Aye. Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge Escobar?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, I am going to read the closing statement. And for the record, we have another public hearing on August 21st, same place, same time. The Commissioners Court will meet on Monday, August 28th, 2017 at 9:30 a.m. in the Commissioners Court Chambers, room 303 of the El Paso County Courthouse Building, 500 East San Antonio Street, El Paso, Texas, 79901, to adopt a property tax rate for the said County of El Paso. So for the El Paso County Hospital District for 2017 to be collected during fiscal year 2018. And that concludes our meeting. We're adjourned. Thank you all.